Guys, thanks for stopping by, and have I got a great tutorial for you guys today. If you've ever seen these amazing sliding barn door consoles, these ones that I'm picturing here are made by McNelly Farmhouse Love on Instagram. You have to go check her out, she's amazing. But a lot of the issues that people face when they're making these is the fact that you can't get the hardware from anywhere. So I am going to show you how to make your very own hardware very easily with minimal tools. Stay tuned. So this is what we're going to use. Two 1 1/4 inch patio door rollers, two 1 3/4 inch bolts, two large nuts that are 3/8 of an inch thick and large enough to slide over the bolts, not to tighten, they just need to slide straight over, two locking wheel nuts, and two pieces of 9-inch long flat bar, which is 1 1/4 inch wide by 1/4 inch thick. Now your flat bar you can buy from any metal supplier, and you can get them to cut it for you, so you don't even have to worry about having the right tools at home. First thing we're going to do is measure where we're going to put our patio wheel rollers. I want them to be flush with the top of the bar, so I'm making a mark 5/8 of an inch down and 5/8 of an inch in. I'm doing that on both of these, and then I'm going to get a hammer and a punch, and then where I'm making the mark, I'm just going to punch a little hole, well, not a hole, but I'm going to make a little mark so that when I drill, then the drill bit won't slip. So you punch that there, and then the hole that you're going to drill is going to be ever so slightly wider than the width of the bolt that you're putting through. Now we've got the holes drilled, we're going to get to assembling the actual roller mechanism. So we start with your flat bar, and we're going to pick up one of the bolts and thread it straight through. Next thing we're going to do is get that large 3/8 nut and put it straight over. We're going to slide the patio roller over, and then we're going to get the locking wheel nut, and we're going to tighten the whole assembly. Just going to repeat that process for the other one. So slide the bolt through, slide the spacer nut over the top, slide the patio door roller over that, and attach the locking wheel nut. Next, we're going to drill the holes in the flat bar that are going to allow us to attach the flat bar to your doors with number 8 screws that are 1 inch long. So we're going to make two marks on each piece of flat bar, one at 1 inch up and one at 5 inches up, and these are centered at 5/8 of an inch in. We're going to get the hole punch, and we're going to do a little indent again so that when we drill the holes, your drill bit's not going to slip. Next thing you're going to do is take your door. For the purpose of this tutorial, I'm just using a piece of 3/4 inch ply. So what I'm doing here is making a mark 1 inch in from each side, just drawing a line down that's about 6 inches. Same again on that side. Now you're going to get your door runners, and you're going to put them flush with the top of the door, so the wheel's touching the top of the door and the side is lined up with that mark 1 inch in, and you're going to put a mark on the bottom where the bottom of the door hardware comes to. You do that again on this side, so line it up with the line on the side, the wheel flush with the top of the door, and then just make that little mark there. Next thing we're going to do, that little mark that you made at the bottom, we're going to measure 1.5 inches up, so back towards the top of the door. You're going to do that on both sides, and this is going to now give you the mark at the bottom where your door hardware is going to sit. Now we're just going to drill straight through the holes into the door. Do that on both sides, just a little pilot hole. And get your 4 number 8 1-inch screws, and then you can just attach your hardware straight to the door. So now we've got the door assembly done, we're going to get to making the actual track. Track's the easy piece. You're going to need 1.25 inch wide flat bar, which is again 1/4 inch thick, and you cut it to the length of the piece of furniture that you're going to attach it to. You're going to need some 3/4 inch dowel cut to 1.25 inch lengths, and you're going to need 2-inch lag bolts. I've not put any amounts down on here because really it just depends on how long your track is as to how many lag bolts and dowels you think you're going to need. Once you've cut your dowel down to 1.25 inch lengths, you're going to drill a hole straight through the middle of each one, so it's going to allow it to slide straight over the top of your lag bolt. These are what are going to be the spacers that are going to keep the track away from your piece of furniture. So now we need to drill the holes into your track. This again depends just on how long your track is and where you're going to place it. But for this one, I'm going to drill 2 each end at 3 inches in and 1 in the middle. And the holes are going to again be wide enough so that the lag bolt will slide straight through. And I'm going to do the hole punch so that my drill bit doesn't slip again. So here you can see now I've got the holes drilled in the track. I've got the dowel cut to length with the holes drilled straight through there. And this is just really an idea of how it's going to go. Let's just move that out of the way. So imagine the table is my piece of furniture. The dowel will go on to be used as a spacer, one behind each hole. And then your lag bolt will go straight through. So through the flat bar, through the dowel, and then will be screwed into the piece of furniture. So with all the pieces now together, let's take this to my test wall and see if we can actually get this thing to work. So what I'm doing here is I'm just really simulating on this piece of wood where you would mount the track if you were going to mark it on a piece of furniture. So you drill a hole into your piece of furniture, you slide your lag bolt through the middle one. It's a lot easier to do the middle bolt first, and then you can level everything up. So put the lag bolt through the hole, put the spacer over the top of the lag bolt, and then tighten that into the hole that you've just drilled. Get a level, put it on top of your track, adjust it just to make sure it's level. Get a drill and go through the hole that's 3 inches in, the spacer behind, the lag bolt through both, tighten that one, check for level again, and do the same with the third hole. Now I've got the track on straight and level. It's time to put the door on and test to see if it rolls smoothly, and it does. The one thing we need to do though is there's nothing stopping this door sliding off the end, so we just have to put something there, basically 2 door stoppers. What I found work really well are these, they're the adjustable shelf pins, funnily enough. They've got a hole so you can drill it and attach it to the track, and the little pin hits on the door so it stops it coming off. So just eyeball that, hold it in the middle of the track, lined up with the edge, and that's where the door's going to hit. So just grab a pencil, mark on the track, drop it, grab a drill, drill a hole just big enough for a very small bolt to fit straight through. Put a small nut on the back. Take a drill, tighten that up, do the same on the other side, and there you go. You've got your track with 1 sliding barn door. Now obviously if you wanted to make 2 sliding barn doors, then you've got to double the quantities for the door hardware, but that is pretty much all you need to do to make your very own sliding barn door hardware. At this point, what you're going to do is disassemble everything. You're going to give it a good clean. You're going to take some primer and some black spray or whatever color spray you want, and you're going to spray the entire setup that you've got going on here. But this for now is just a tutorial on how to put everything together. So I hope you found it useful, and I'd love to see some pictures of your very own sliding barn door hardware. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.